So if you are someone who loves manifestation and is all about creating your reality intentionally, but don't know what to do day by day, then this video is for you. I have had so many questions from people about like, how do you actually manifest your reality? Because they seem to be doing it by default. They want to take back control of their life. They want to manifest, create the financial abundance they know they desire, they know they deserve. So not only can they take care of themselves, not only can they go and pursue their like life mission and create the impact they want in the world, but so they can take care of others and impact others too. The process that I take women through in terms of how do you actually manifest your reality intentionally is a 6-part process. So I want to give you a high-level overview again of what that actual extended process is. And then I'm going to deep dive into the practical steps, the actual things that I do on a daily basis to help me stay consistent, to help me stay in alignment with the rich life, the abundant reality that I manifest and I continue to manifest on a bigger scale. The first thing you need to know is get clear. So get clear on what it is you truly want to manifest, right? So many people are focused on what they don't want. I don't want to be in debt anymore. I don't want to feel broke. I don't want to work so hard for money. I don't want to have to check my bank account if an opportunity comes up and I have to see if I have enough money for the flights or the accommodation. I want to just be able to know it's there and say yes. Ultimately, I want to make more money and not have to work more for it. The second step is to recognize resistance, right? I know what I want, but let me check in with what resistance is coming up to that right now. And I know there will be resistance to that goal or whatever it is you want to manifest, because if there wasn't and you knew you wanted it, you'd already have it. But there's something blocking you from either taking action or receiving it or spotting the opportunity to go and have it in your reality. So recognize resistance. A simple way to do that is write down what you want to manifest and then underneath say, what are all the reasons I don't believe this is possible for me? So literally grab a pen and paper, write it down. What are all the reasons that I don't think this is possible? You will quickly find out what your resistance is. And it's usually like number 3 or 4 on that list. That's the real reason. Then we want to emotionally release it, right? We don't want to stay in that resistance. We don't want to stay stuck there. So emotionally releasing, I use amazing practices with the women I work with, like breathwork and EFT tapping, some really awesome mind rewiring work that we do as well. So we've emotionally released it. We've created this vacuum, right? We know one of the universal principles is the law of vacuum. If we create a space, it will be filled up again. So we want to ensure that when we've cleared that space, that cleared out the garbage, the rubbish in our mind of all that resistance, there is now a vacuum that we need to put something new into. Otherwise, it will be filled up by what we hear on the media, what we hear from people on the street or in our work or in our family who maybe don't know the power of our words and our language and maybe are talking in a way that isn't empowering. And you might just catch that and it might go into your brain. So you want to make sure that you're intentional in creating and filling up that vacuum with something empowering. And this is where you affirm the reality you want to create. So this is where you say, okay, I know what I want. I know what the resistance is. I've identified whatever that belief was, whatever reason I don't believe it's possible. I've now released it from my body, from my brain. What is the opposite? So if one of the beliefs, for example, was if your manifestation was, I want to attract $100,000 months in my business. I've recognized resistance to that is, for example, I've never made that before, so I have doubt as to whether I'm capable of doing that. I've gone through my emotional releasing. Now my affirming my new reality is, I know my past does not equal my future, and I am capable of creating anything I can put my mind to. So something like that. So opposite of what the resistance was. Then you want to turn up transformed. We did another video on if you're struggling with that step of how do you turn up as a transformed version of you? How do you act as if? Another way to do it is just feel into what it's going to feel like. Like how would $100,000 months feel in your body? With that, what kind of confidence would that give you? What kind of peace of mind? What kind of calmness? But what does it require of you as well? Like maybe it's like, oh, I need to get my business finances in order. They're kind of all of a mess. And if I had $100,000 a month coming into my business, I don't know how to take care of that. I'm not set up properly to manage that amount of money. So I better go and get my accounts in order. I better hire an accountant. I better have my money date every month and check in on my business finances. I better make sure everything is set up properly so I am ready to receive that money. That's just one example. It might also be, you know what, that version of me who was making $100,000 months, She is out networking. She is attending these kind of network events. She is looking to collaborate with other women in her industry. She is someone who is of service, wants to give and give as much as she can to others who are looking for what she's offering. She wants to give her absolute best customer service to her current clients. How does that version of me turn up, right? And then the last step, so CREAT, is E, right? And this is where we focus on one of the biggest parts of the process, which is equalize. And what I mean by equalize is you normalize this new reality, right? Make it normal. Because otherwise what happens is you know what you want, you know the reality you want, but it feels really out here. Like, I want to manifest $100,000 months, but I'm all the way back here. And so there's this massive gap and it feels like, oh, I might get there, but it feels like it's going to take years. So we need to close that gap. And one way to do it is to normalize that reality. And that can take a number of different ways. So for example, searching out of evidence, like find other people in your industry or in your field or just having a similar life as you who are manifesting that, who are attracting that kind of level of abundance and more into their lives. Because if they can do it, it is evidence that it is possible for you too, right? So find evidence of it, find evidence to give to your mind to say, oh, okay, it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel like a stretch right now, but I know it's possible. Second way to do it is to study the science of manifestation. So I went on this journey back in 2015. I first discovered manifestation when I was about 18, but I'd say it was 2015 when it really became something big in my life and I started practicing this on the daily and manifested some just extraordinary things, both financially, both in terms of personal fulfillment, relationships, opportunities, career, so much, but we can talk about that on another episode. When you start studying the science of manifestation, no longer is it hoping, wishing, fingers crossed, I hope this works out, I'll keep saying my affirmation and just like, please God, let it be. No, you know with certainty in your body what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how it all works. And I can tell you, that is such a fundamentally different place to approach manifestation from than just like, oh, I've seen people online saying visualize and then you're going to manifest and you just have to think about it. And like, it kind of feels a bit silly and I've been doing it in the past and it hasn't worked and I don't know why, but I'm going to keep trying it again, right? Because that is the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing again and again, expecting different results. So if you are on the manifestation journey, maybe it's not clicking. If you are someone who is very logical minded, he was someone who's very like into the rational thinking, which, hi, I have a finance degree, I'm a chartered accountant. I was a finance nerd, right? So I'm someone who's like very structured, very logical, and getting into this like witchy woo space of like manifestation and getting in touch with like the energies of the universe and how we can manipulate and mold them to create the reality that we want. Wow. But also, I had a couple of questions, right? I wasn't like 100% sold straight away. I wanted to know, how does this really work? And studying the science of manifestation changed all that. It's why it's one of the key pillars when we go through my programs, when we teach women about manifestation, that they understand. So they have this for a lifetime. And that even if things are not working out exactly how they want straight away, they know it's coming. They know it's coming and they're not hoping, they're not wishing. They know with certainty, because they know what they're doing and they know why and they know how it's going to come to them. So begin to study manifestation, study the science. If you want more on the science of manifestation, let me know in the comments. I can definitely add some of that more scientific approach to manifestation. If you want to stay in the more magic, juicy, woo mindset, we can do that too. We are here to serve whatever your needs are. So do let me know in the comments, like engage, let me know what you're looking for. And I will just be so happy to create new videos on this. I have so much to say on the space of manifestation, what works, what doesn't. Okay, so now that we are clear on how manifestation works in terms of the journey you need to go on, or the journey that certainly has worked for me and, women that I've worked with from all corners of the world, truly. The next question, the real key focus of this video is, what are my practical daily steps? Like, how do I bring all that together on a day-to-day basis where I'm not just doing that in like an intensive workshop or, at one of your events, or maybe we are in like a container together and we take you through it and it's super immersive and it's super impactful, but then you go back to your day-to-day life. It's like, what do you do? So this is where I'm going to take you through the day-to-day process. This is what I do. This is what works for me. As I said, life is an experiment. So try this out for yourself. See what works, see what sticks, see what makes you connect into that vibration, that reality that you want to manifest. Okay, so first things first, I wake up in the morning. Before I even get out of bed, and this might sound cringy, but before I even get out of bed, I give myself a hug and I tell myself, I love you. I literally love myself before I even get out of bed. It wasn't always easy to do because there was a stage in my life that maybe I didn't have the best relationship with myself. But I started to just tell myself, I love you. And it created such a shift inside, right? Self-love, the foundation of so much, to feel I'm worthy of what I want to manifest. So step one, a big hug in the morning. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome, right? Give yourself a little pep talk. When I get into the bathroom and I go to brush my teeth, I brush it with the opposite hand that I'm dominant with. So if I'm usually brushing my teeth with my right hand, I actually start brushing with my left hand. Kind of scrambles the brain. It breaks that pattern that we're just in kind of zombie mode of just going through the pattern, going through the routine. And super, super powerful just to, first thing in the morning, I love you, and then we're gonna break a pattern. Next thing is, I sit down in a little comfy area, my little space where I do my meditation and things like this, but get a cozy area in your home, which is gonna be your space, right? Maybe it's just a beanbag or like a cushion on the floor. Maybe you're still in bed, whatever it is. And then what I do is I do some deep breathing, right? Breathwork is so powerful. It is engaging all of your body. It is literally flooding your cells with so much rich oxygen to not only get a clear mind, but to connect every single part of your body, right? Your body, your brain, your heart, your soul, connecting to spirit. It is so beautiful when you wake first thing to take deep breaths, like deep belly breaths, like deep in and out. You want your stomach to go out. Now, as women, we've always been told, pull your stomach in, right? This is not the time for that, and just like screw that narrative. So deep belly breaths, allow your belly to exhale, right? So in and out. And I'd like to do it through the nose. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's loud. It's not silent. We're not trying to be quiet. We're taking up space. We're allowing our belly to expand. We're making a noise with our breath, right? Our source, our life source. So I like to do about 30 deep breaths. Body is oxygenated, mind is clear and connected. The next thing I do is I get into a place of gratitude, right? It's one of the highest vibrations, energy vibrations we can be on, the energy of gratitude. And this is where literally with your eyes closed, having just done your breath work, you're connecting to what am I grateful for? Now, I love journaling out my gratitude at night, but doing this first thing in the morning, you are not just writing it out and like ticking a box, you're connecting with the moment, you're reliving it. You're living and breathing, what am I grateful for? And it can be anything. I'm so grateful for, as I shared, yesterday, sitting out in the sunshine, having a delicious coffee, and just feeling so relaxed and happy reading my book. Ah, what a beautiful moment to relive. Or I'm so grateful for this special quality time that I had with my mom and the laughs that we had, and I'm like reliving it, being there. I'm so grateful for the event that I got to speak at, these amazing people that I got to connect with and impact, and just the energy exchange was awesome, and it just like gave me such a high, and I could see that the impact that we were making, it was just incredible. I felt so on purpose in life. But again, you're connecting back to that emotion, you're living through it, you're living in it again. So you've done your deep breathing, you've connected back to what you're grateful for, you've shifted your energy already, you are in a magical state. The next step is to imagine this beautiful golden light. I like to use golden light. My whole vibe on the business is this rich life, this abundant life. So the image of this gold light flooding down through my body just feels so immensely amazing. So just imagine with your eyes closed, like opening this portal at your crown chakra, the top of your head, and imagine this beautiful golden light flooding down through your body, cleaning and cleansing and healing, protecting every single cell in your body. Imagine it moving down through your legs, down into your feet, down into the ground, to the core of our beautiful earth, down through Mother Nature, and then back up again. And I do several cycles of that, just visualizing this beautiful gold light. So, so magical. The next step is to give to others. So imagining again that light coming down, but stopping at my heart chakra, right? The heart space here in your chest, and sending that love out. Now, send it out to the people that you love, that are in your life. Send it wider and bigger to your community. Send it even bigger to the country that you're in. Send it around the world and back again. Imagining this beautiful golden light just wrapping around the world, sending love and healing and blessings to people of this beautiful earth that we share it with. This is also a really great opportunity if there are people in your life that you are in conflict with, or that you are not having the best experience with. Maybe it's a work colleague, a family member, a friend, just a random person, whoever it might be, but someone that is bothering you, that is taking away time and energy from you, thinking about it or bugging you, and it's shifting you into a bad place. Because what I learned about this is that holding resentment or frustration or anger about someone else is drinking poison and expecting the person to get hurt. The only person you're truly hurting is yourself. Now, it's not to validate whatever might have happened with that person or whatever they might have done or not done. It's not to say that it was okay. It doesn't matter. It's about healing you and protecting you and cleansing your energy and soul of that negative, heavy energy. And this isn't always the easiest step, especially if it's something very heated and very intense. But something I started to do when I was about 19, back when I was in school with, the bitchiness that can happen with women, like it just does. Not anymore, thankfully, in my life, but at that stage, definitely in school and all the dynamics, was I was given an amazing piece of advice from just the most beautiful spiritual teacher I had, that was to pink bubble people that were bothering you. So now I'm sending down this golden light, I'm sending it out, and any of these little people that I see in my life, if I'm not ready to fully send them love, I just put them in a big pink bubble and know that they're there. The love is spreading out, they're there, but they're not connected to me anymore. They're not impacting me, they're not able to infiltrate my energy. I'm letting them go in a pink bubble and I can just see them and they're drifting away. I don't know why the pink bubble works, but it works, it's worked for me, so try it out. Just literally imagine you're gonna pink bubble people in your life. Even if you're in work and there's someone there and you're like, I really just, this person and me, just there's something off. I'm just gonna imagine you in a pink bubble. And then we're just gonna see if we keep doing that, if they're gonna start bothering, you're gonna be less bothered, right? So taking back control, taking back your power. The next thing is to tune into your manifestations, right? This is the key part that we're getting to prime our body, to prepare our body to be receptive, to be tuned into the energy of this manifestation. This is bringing that whole process of create into action on a daily basis. And you get to imagine what it is you want to manifest, right? Usually pick, 1 to 3 things as like a nice sweet spot of what you want to manifest. But what do you want to focus on? What is your goal in the next 3, 6, 12 months, 5 years, whatever it is? I like to work with shorter goals, like usually within the next year or so. Anything longer, I have a little bit of a trouble kind of connecting to if it's 5, 10 years away. But maybe it works for you. See. But connect to the visualization. And again, just like when we're practicing gratitude, feel into it. What is that going to feel like? What is the energy of that manifestation going to feel like? Living into the moment, and pick a moment in the manifestation. If it is, I've grown my business to those 100K months, what's a moment that is going to represent that being successful for you? Is it turning up online and you open up your Zoom or wherever you're hosting, perhaps like group calls, and you see hundreds and hundreds of people in there in your group and you're like, wow, this is incredible. Or maybe it's speaking on stage to thousands of people, or maybe it's seeing your book being launched, or you're up in, Times Square on a big billboard. Whatever it is, right? Whatever the visualization is for you, pick a moment of that manifestation that will represent, that's the feeling I'm going to connect to. It is so powerful, so potent, just so, so beautiful. And again, I've mentioned before in this channel, the importance of having a goal card, write it down on a piece of paper, keep it with you. And so if you're not sure what you're manifesting, go back to that goal card, see what you have written down. And that is in a video I did previously about the goal card setting. But tune into the visualization. And now here's when we equalize it, right? Here's when we normalize the reality coming to us, right? This might feel like a big visualization. It might feel out there. We might still have doubts. bring it close. How are we going to bring it close? We are going to remind you, both consciously and subconsciously and in your body, of all the moments in your life where you have been successful, where you have felt proud of yourself, especially tapped into those emotions of how you want to feel when you have manifested your goal. So thinking back and visualizing a time when you felt so proud of yourself, grab that moment, bring it into your heart. A time when you felt really confident and calm around money, grab that moment, bring it into your heart. A time when you wanted to manifest something and you had no idea how, but you did it. Grab it, bring it into your heart, right? So allow yourself to go on this rampage of just moments that reflect the emotions that you're going to feel once you've achieved this manifestation. Now, when I come out of that practice, it takes about 10-15 minutes in the morning. Super quick, we can put aside 10-15 minutes for ourselves. It is the most powerful work you will do beyond sitting down and getting straight into your work, right? That is going to make everything else you do just so much more powerful and potent. The next step that I like to do, just to really wrap everything together, make sure my mind is clear, that I have zero resistance still, and that I am moving forward with certainty in my body, is to go through a tapping session. Now, I've made a video already on tapping. You can see it, it's called Tap Tap is the thumbnail. Go through that. That is specifically for manifestation of money, of abundance. If you're here to manifest something else, go use it, reference it, and you will find the structure there to be able to apply it to whatever you want to manifest. But if you are doing that on a daily basis, you can know with certainty that you are hitting all the points to support you to manifest, to call in the reality that you want, because you're shifting your vibration first thing in the morning, you're connecting to gratitude, you're oxygenating your body, you're taking care of yourself, and then you're visualizing what you want, you're clearing any resistance that you have coming up with others that might be stealing your energy or your time or your focus. You're putting your focus on what you want to create, and you're forgetting about maybe there's failures in the past or reasons that you might not be able to that you're telling yourself. But you're putting your focus on all the times you've been winning, that you've been winning at life, from success, from love, from what you've created, from what you've received, whatever it is. And then we are clearing it out, we're tapping, we're tuning in our nervous system to that new reality. And that is it. If you want some more of this manifestation magic that we are connecting to here, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, follow along. And as always, let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this video? Do you want more of this kind of thing? Let me know what you want and what will support you best on your manifestation journey. I could keep talking. I love this so much. I'm so grateful that you're here on this journey with us. We are going to create absolute magic, and I can't wait to see every single one of you continue to rise, achieve your manifestations, get to the next level, and keep growing and expanding together. I'll see you in the next video, and much love.